Hey guys, it's me Stace, long time no cracked, right? Today we're using our brother's scan and cut machine to make this adorable shaped pumpkin card. How cute is he? We're going to be actually getting the pumpkin image from the computer, so I'll share with you guys how to do that, bring the image in, and make the actual shaped card. So let's go to the computer and we'll get started. At the computer, I already have the Canvas workspace opened. The first thing it brings up is this Canvas project pattern collection window. We're going to go ahead and close that window out, so now we're actually inside the Canvas workspace itself. I do want to change my mat size. I'm going to go to the very top toolbar and make that be about 50%. Now you want to go to the internet, your web browser, and you want to go to google.com and you want to type in black and white pumpkin. And then click on enter. And where it says black and white pumpkin here, you want to make sure you're searching under the images tab. So I'm going to go and choose the images. And it brings up a lot of black and white pumpkins. But you want to make sure whatever one you choose, you want to make sure you're choosing one that's pretty simple. Like this one here, even though he's really neat looking, he probably has a lot of layers to him. Same as this one down here, he probably has a lot of layers. So I'm going to keep on going until I find the one that I used. And you'll see he's a pretty simple pumpkin. All right, which is this one right here. I'm going to click on that. You'll see the image here. I'm going to click on the image there. And then click on it here to right click on it and choose Save Image As, and I'm going to save it as a pumpkin to my desktop. Now we can close out of the internet and go back to the Canvas workspace. Now to bring that pumpkin in, you want to go to your left hand side toolbar. It is the fifth button down, this little cloud button. Go ahead and click on that and you'll see it brings up image tracing. So you're going to click on that one. Now it's going to ask you how you want to bring the image into Design Space. Well, we saved it to our computer, so I'm going to choose Image from the computer. And click on the pumpkin and click on open. Right now we have our pumpkin here and we have all of these tool options here. The very bottom one, the number of colors, it defaults to 5. Well, we brought in a black and white pumpkin, which is only 2 colors. So I'm going to change that number from 5 to 2. Then the tracing options, if you click on that box here, you can trace outer edge only or trace areas by color. The first one we're going to do is trace outer edges only. Then click OK, and that's going to bring it to the workspace here inside Canvas. I'm going to right click on the image and choose Ungroup, then take out this back layer, and then just choose Delete. So all I have now is the outer layer of the pumpkin. I'm going to set that aside. Now I want to bring in the inner parts of the pumpkin. So again, that same left hand side toolbar, image tracing from the computer, grab the pumpkin, choose Open. And very important at the very bottom, you want to make sure the colors are back to number 2. And this time, tracing options, we're going to choose the second one, trace areas by color. When I click on that, you'll now see what happens. It highlights all these other pieces, which is what we need. We're going to go ahead and click OK. And again, it's inside our workspace. We're going to right click on that and choose Ungroup. Take out that back panel and delete that. Now, this does have layers to it. I want to go ahead and separate the layers. So I have the top layer here. I do want that layer. I'm going to set that kind of to the side over there. And I want the stem as well. So I'm going to grab that piece as well. Move this guy out of my way. So these pieces on my mat, I don't want. So I'm going to take my mouse across all of those images together. Not all of them, just these ones. Then choose Delete on my keyboard. So now we have just this piece, the pumpkin face, and the stem. Now I want to line them up all together or put them all where they're going to go so I can resize them all at one time. So I'm going to grab the face layer, put it inside the outline layer, grab my stem and put that where that's going to go, roughly. Then take your mouse across all the images, right click on those and choose Group. So now when I move them around, they're all going to go together. Same with resizing. Now to resize it, you can use little arrow keys on that like that with your mouse, or you can go to the right hand side toolbar under Edit. It is the second box down. You want to make sure that Maintain Aspect Ratio box is checked. I'll make the width for this pumpkin be 4.5 inches. I'm going to click on Enter, so now our pumpkin is resized. Now to make our card out of this pumpkin, I want to right click on them again and choose Ungroup. Now you want to separate the layers again. So we have the stem piece and the face piece. This outer layer here is what we're going to use to make our card base. Well, our card base has 2 sides to it, so I want to right click on them and choose Duplicate. So now we have 2 of them. But I want a third one as well. So I'm going to right click on it again and choose Duplicate once more. So now at this point you'll have 3 outline layers, 1 pumpkin face layer, and 1 stem layer. And we're going to use 2 of these pieces, 2 of the outer layers to make our card. So our card will open up like a calendar wheel, top to bottom. So you want to take the top image and flip it upside down. So have the top piece selected. Again, that same right-hand side toolbar under Edit, you'll see the Transform box, and you can flip it either horizontally or vertically. We want to choose vertical, so it's upside down. Now to bring them together, you want to take this bottom pumpkin and have it overlap this pumpkin, and we're going to weld it. Now when you put them together, you don't want to go by the stem because it'll be really flimsy at that point. So I'm going to take it and have the top part of the pumpkin here just below the stem and just below that stem. Just lining them up just like that. I'm going to zoom in so you can see that better, hopefully. Okay, I'm going to zoom back out so you can see how he's just overlapping slightly. Go back to my mat size of 50%. All right, so now what we want to do is line them up together. Take your mouse and highlight both of them. That same right-hand side toolbar under Edit. If you go down to the Align Objects, it's the very top row, middle button, which is Center. So when I click on Center, you'll see them kind of shift and line up together. Okay, that's good to go. Now you want to weld them together. So while they're all selected, go to the very bottom of that same Edit window, and you'll see Shapes as the very first one that says Weld. Go ahead and click on that one. Now you'll see they're welded together. So now we have one card base. So now what I want to do is make these all colors. So I'm going to click on my card base. I chose white for my card base. I'm going to go ahead and choose a white color for that. Then we have our pumpkin face. For that I chose orange. For the stem I chose green. And now we have the outer layer here. And for that one I chose black. Okay, now I'll show you why we needed this layer. Because as you can see, when we folded our card base together, our stems are gone. So we're going to take this layer and put on top of that one. I'm going to right click on them and choose Arrange, Bring to Front, and hold line up there on the very bottom perfectly. Okay, so you can see that there. So now we have our pumpkin. The same for the face. Right click on that and choose Arrange, Bring to Front. And we're going to put this one on top of the black one. And there's a really small black outline around the pumpkin, which I do like that part. Right click on the stem and do the same thing, Arrange, Bring to Front, and put the stem on top. Okay, so now even though our card base looks like that, our card when finished will look like that. Now I'm going to go ahead and separate the layers again so I can cut them on my mats. I'm going to bring my white layer to the upper left hand corner. My stem, I'll do the bottom left hand corner. The orange face, I'll bring to the upper right hand corner. And my black piece, I'm going to bring to the bottom right hand corner. So now I'll just put my cardstock on my mat according to these colors. Now you want to send it to your machine. So I'm going to go to the very top toolbar of the Canvas workspace and go to File. I'm going to choose Export. You'll see you can export an FCM file or transfer to the machine. We're going to choose that option there. And I'm going to go and choose OK. It's now on the machine. I'm going to put my cardstock on my mat according to my colors here. We'll put our pumpkin card together. All right, we are back. Everything cut out. I'm going to go and take the images off my mat. Now, when you take them off your mat, you want to make sure you're taking them off the mat the same way they are on the mat. Otherwise, you're going to have a heck of a time lining up your pumpkin. Okay, and you can see if I show you my mat here, I cut a hole clear through my mat yet again. All right, so now we have all of our pieces here. Make sure they're staying the same direction. We're going to take our card base and just fold it right in half. And just increase the edges there. And use a little spatula to go ahead and score that. I'm going to open it back up again. And this piece, leaving it the way it was off the mat, it should line right up. And it does. I'm going to flip it over. Take my glue. I'm using Art Glitter Glue. I get this from MayMayMadeIt.com. And when I have your glue go pretty close to the edge, and very carefully, we're going to lay him on top of the white layer. Now if you're off by a little bit, you can always change the color of your cardstock and make that be white, or I'm sorry, black, your card base. You can do that as well. Then just cut out a circle to go on the inside card here. Right now our pumpkin, I'm going to flip him over. I'm actually going to pop him up. I have little foam squares. I'm going to use a few of them. This would look really fun if you used a black glitter cardstock or even an orange glittery cardstock. Would look kind of fun. Add that spooky effect. This is really cute for like an October festival, if you're having one of those, like a little get-together. Of course, school bags. You're going to do treats, you can kind of put this on the edge of a bag with a tag. Just really, even decorations. Could they be invitations to like an Oktoberfest or a pumpkin party or a Halloween party, costume party? Okay, so we have it all popped up. We're gonna go and lay this down on top of that, and again it leaves that really slight outer black image or that black layer. I do like that a lot. I'll take my little stem, put some glue on him or her, and put this on that. So really simple pumpkin card we made just by searching on Google. How super cute is that pumpkin? Any fun? So you open them up. You can add your invitation stuff here, or just Happy Halloween in general, or Happy Oktoberfest, whatever one. But there you have it, a really simple project using the Brothers Scan and Cut. Any questions, guys, please let me know. As always, thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.